Hello friends, we will continue our lessons building our vocabulary. In this lesson, we are trying to build two things at a time. The first is the adjectives. As I said, that adjectives are those words that tells you the quality of any object. Uh, in English, the easiest part is that the adjectives, they are invariable. Means you will find the same adjective for masculine and feminine, but in French the adjectives, they are different for masculine and different for feminine. Now, are there any rule, or is there any rule uh, to change the masculine adjective into feminine adjective? Now, in order to understand it in a better way, then shift your perspective on the Hindi language instead of the English language. Now, in Hindi language, we know, जैसे हम बोलते हैं नीला आसमान, लेकिन हम बोलते हैं नीली चिड़िया. Now, that नीला and नीली. So, but in English we say blue sky and a blue bird. So the adjective in English is same, blue, but in French it is different for masculine and different for feminine. Now, what are the rules? Yes, of course, the rules are very simple to convert adjectives into their feminine counterparts. So what we do step by step, and we learn what are the rules. So I take the words, the adjectives that are very common in A1, in A2, and in the speaking part of B1. Now, the first rule, remember the first rule. I'm speaking very slow, so if you want to write down in terms of rule, you can write down. Now, what are we doing? We are doing adjectives. And which part of adjectives we are doing? The French part. In French, the adjectives, just like noun. If the noun is feminine, the adjective is feminine. If the noun is masculine, the adjective will be masculine. So, if your adjective ends in E, this E, right? For example, let us take two examples. Facile. Facile. This is masculine adjective. Facile. Now, what is facile? Facile means easy. Facile का मतलब होता है easy, आसान. Now, this adjective is masculine, right? If adjective is very common adjective, it is jeune. Jeune का मतलब होता है young. Okay, so jeune is young. Now you see that both the adjectives, they end in E. So how to speak their feminine counterpart? Now this is masculine. Now if the word ends in E, there is no change in feminine. The easiest thing is the feminine would remain same. So I can write facile for feminine and facile for feminine. Now, for example, if you ask me कि जैसे ला सॉरी ल पोएम ए फांसी. Now you can look la poem, poem. Do you know that in English, many speakers, they say poem. Now, why they say poem? Because in English they write like this, P-O-E-M. So this O and E, the two vowels, the sound O, po, O, poem. But in actual, original Latin, it is po. The sign on E, it is accent grave. So the sound is a. So you have to pronounce po, e, m, poem, poem. So that's the reason the students who are saying poem, they are also right. In fact, I found them more correct. So la poème est facile. Now I am using la because poème est masculine. जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना तेरी कविता अच्छी है, इन हिंदी इट इज फेमिनिन, बट इन फ्रेंच यू वुड से तेरा कविता अच्छा है. नाउ la poème est facile, but la leçon la leçon, la, because leçon is feminine, it is lesson. A facile. So I suppose you understand that if your adjective ends in E, then there is no change in the feminine counterpart. So I have written two sentences. This is masculine and this is feminine in French. Okay. Now, la poème, poème is masculine. So I am using facile as the rule says that there is no change. So la leçon est facile. Okay. The same with this, you can do, you can frame as many examples. Young, for example, the boy is young. La garçon, because boy is garçon. Le garçon est jeune. So how to pronounce this word? Jeune, 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 right? And la fille, the girl is young. La fille est jeune. It would remain same. So I suppose you understand. If you want to write down, you can write down. Now, what if your adjective ends in this I? Excuse me. What if your adjective ends in I? The rule is, I would take one example. Poli. Poli. Now, poli का मतलब होता है polite. This is masculine. It means polite. Okay. But if I add, now if I want to convert it into feminine, then what I need to add E. So I add E. There is a change in the spelling, but there is no change in pronunciation. So the pronunciation would be poli. Right? I suppose you understand. Pronunciation is poli. So poli, poli. But this is masculine and this is feminine. For example, we'll take the easy example. Le garçon est poli. Le garçon est poli. The boy is polite. La fille est poli. So you can see that here I am not writing E and it's masculine, or here I am writing E, it is feminine. Understand? You can write down. The third is, look at this word. These letters, they are consonants. Now, if your word ends in L, N, S, and T, okay, once you become familiar with the French sound, then it becomes very intuitive to speak without thinking. But first, you need to understand what are the sound let the feminine to sound like feminine. जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना कि काली, पीली, नीली, तो हमको समझ में आता है कि we are talking of the things that are feminine, like छोटी, बड़ी. So we know छोटा, बड़ा. So we know that छोटा for masculine, छोटा भाई, छोटी सिस्टर. तो वो इंट्यूटिव होता है हमारे लैंग्वेज में. नाउ वही अगर आप फ्रेंच लैंग्वेज के फेमिनिन पार्ट्स को साउंड के टर्म्स के अंदर अंडरस्टैंड करेंगे तो वो साउंड्स कौन से हैं. तो जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, सबसे पहले आपका ई या आई, उसमें देखो कोई भी चेंज नहीं होता है, कहीं पे स्पेलिंग का चेंज होता है. नाउ साउंड में जहाँ पे चेंज होता है वो वाले वर्ड्स कौन से हैं, दे आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. L, N, S and T. L, N, S and T. एक एग्जाम्पल से समझते हैं. जैसे हम बोलते हैं नो बा. बा का मतलब क्या होता है? बिलो, लो. For example, pre. Now this pre is price and pre is masculine. So if you want to say low price, now this ba is low, so you can say low price. Low price मतलब सस्ता है, सस्ती है. So this सस्ता and सस्ती. Okay, you can write down. And wait, this is masculine. Now the rule is, for these words, the rule is very simple. What you are required to do in order to make the words that ends in L, N, S and T, what you need to do, you need to double the last consonant and add mute T, E, right? Mute E. So for example, this word, it ends in S, so I double the consonant and add this mute E. Now it become pass, right? Now this is fab. You can note down. For example, L par a हुआ बस. L part a हुआ बस. Now L part, she speaks in. Now this is हुआ is voice and low voice. Now both are low, but because price is masculine, so I use Babri, but voice is feminine, so I use bas. So you notice the change in pronunciation. Here it is ba. You're not saying s, right? You're not speaking the consonant. But when you double it and add mute it e, then the pronunciation of the consonant would become very clear. So here the pronunciation of s, bas would become very clear in feminine part. So this is bas, L part, a, wa, bas. She speaks in a low voice. You can note down the sentence. Take one more example. Jaunty. Now it's a very common French word. Jaunty का मतलब होता है nice and jaunty का मतलब होता है kind. Nice and kind. Nice and kind. Now you're not speaking L. So most of the time you will find that many French speakers, they speak L but they don't speak it clearly. They just touch it, jaunty. But I prefer not to speak it. Okay, because it is masculine, but when you convert it into feminine, what is the rule? Double the consonant and add this A. Now it becomes jaunty. Now it is jaunty. 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 जैसे mon père est gentil, right? Because père is masculine. My father is nice, but ma mère est gentil. Understand? So in the first sentence, mon père est gentil. In the second sentence, ma mère est gentille. So you notice the difference? You can note down the sentence. Now the third example, I would prefer this N. Let us take this N. Okay. You can take any nationality that ends in N. For example, Italia, or Canada, or you can take India, right? So how would I say? I would say Andion. So I'm not speaking N. I'm rather using it as a nasal sound. So masculine. Now you can say Ravi a Andion. Ravi a Andion. But what is the rule? Double the consonant and add E. So the feminine is I would say Andion. So you can say Rashi a So this is feminine. So you understand the same rule, like if it is Italian, Italian. Now when I add N double N E, it become Italian, Italian. So most of the time you will find these kinds of words in nationality. You can note down. टी रह गया. टी. It's a beautiful word. Coque. Now, what is coque? Coque. Now, it is a literary word that means something that is very fine or elegant, fine, elegant, or you can say stylish. So, the masculine is coque. Now, what is the rule to change this masculine into feminine? It is to double the consonant and add E. So what I do, I double the consonant and add E. Now it becomes coquette. Have you heard that the coquettish girl, it's in English, what do you call it, the stylish girl. So coquette, for example, Jarda coquette, Jarda coquette. Now what is Jarda? Jarda का मतलब होता है आपका गार्डन. So I can say fine, a fine garden. But take some feminine. So I say a jarda coque. जैसे अभी आपका अजमेर का ये गार्डन है ना, सुभाष उद्यान. तो now when you go there, it's very fine. It's finely structured and with the walking pavements. और अभी तो लॉकडाउन है, उसमें मैं मेरे बहुत करीब ही है, तो थोड़ा बाहर से ही देखते हैं तो पता चलता है. इट्स रियली, उसको हम कह सकते हैं सुभाष उद्यान ए ता जारदा कोके. ओके, नाउ द फेमिनिन यूइन फार्म coquette, यूइन फार्म coquette. So here I would say not a fine woman. Yes, of course you can say a fine woman, but it is a stylish woman. A stylish woman. So une femme coquette. So we will continue with the same type of rules. The rules how to convert a masculine adjective into its feminine counterpart, and we would try to focus our mind on the words that we use in our day-to-day life. So we have started with our body, and now we are trying to build up our vocabulary using the words that are very near to us, the people, their personalities, and I request you to use the maximum of this time to build up your French vocabulary, because to have French vocabulary, it is just like uh, a person who is having a gun, but gun and bullet. So you have lots of bullet. So not to know the vocabulary, it's just like you are going on a war with a gun without bullets. So vocabulary is bullet. It is the first thing that you must have. And vocabulary, when woven in short grammar, like nouns and their adjective counterparts, so that would make the most of learning and remembering the vocabulary. Thank you.